I never lied where I came from. Texas had its place for me to find a home deep in my soul. I must know the world as a whole.
Hi, my name is Kris Schultz, and this is a song called Hattertown Road. I wrote it for my aunt in Connecticut. I was walking, there was nothing left to say. Everything was gone, couldn't take it with me anyway. Holding on to something too long only breaks it down. I fell quietly. Sometimes sadness has no sound. What I believe, what I need, I'll find them both on Hattertown Road. Driving with you on Hattertown Road. Keep finding pieces below the surface, working their way out, like those rocks beneath my skin. When I fell when I was small, I keep searching, I keep finding. The more I break, the more there is to understand. What I believe, what I need, I'll find them both on Hattertown Road. Driving with you on Hattertown Road. All my favorite songs live a few miles on. I'll find them someday, they'll keep me safe. But until then, what I believe, what I need, I'll find them both in Hattertown Road. Driving with you on Hattertown Road.
Hi, I'm Carole Coburn, and we are on the set of Creatives Cornerstone, where this week we are bringing you the amazing Kris Schultz from Kris Schultz Music.
Yes.
Hi, Kris.
Hi.
Hi, so happy to have you here.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
My goodness. Oh, so I met you a couple weeks ago when we were doing our Christmas show.
Yes.
You came highly recommended. People love your stuff. And I felt really remiss that I was not as in tune to know about you. So I'm really looking forward for all of us to get to know about you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited.
Your segment on the Christmas show was Christmas is Trying to Kill Me.
Yes.
What a great concept. I think we all feel like that. You put words into what we all feel.
All right.
So when did you write that song?
Well, I started writing it a few years ago, and then I sort of abandoned it. And then I do this thing with Charlie Richards called Songs and Places, and we needed to do a holiday show, we thought. And so, but I don't know Christmas songs.
I really don't. I used to get Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty the Snowman mixed up when I was a kid. So I was like, I don't even know what I can do.
That's great.
And so, but I said, I have this one that I wrote as sort of an assignment years ago, and it was sort of half done. And Charlie said, oh, you have to finish that. And I said, I will if you write it with me. And I didn't think he would, and then he did. And there you go.
It was awesome. And y'all, I want to encourage you to go back. Our previous episodes, once they air here on public access TV, we put them up on our YouTube channel. Chances are you're probably watching this on there. And so go back to creativescornerstone.com and pull up the holiday episode. Her and Charlie Richards
Yes.
performed that song during that episode. And it's a great one to watch. A lot of good people, a lot of good talent, and a lot of fun and laughs.
It was really fun. It was great because I knew Shawnee Kilgore
cool.
from before.
Yeah.
But I never met anybody else that was on the show, so it was really cool to see everybody. And,
And everybody had similar vibes. It was a really good mix of people.
Very mellow, yeah.
Wiley Ross, Karma Montang, Scott Collins, Shawnee Kilgore, and you and Charlie.
Yeah.
So it was a great time.
It was really fun.
So how long have you been doing this thing that you're doing?
Well, I didn't start writing songs until 2017.
Okay.
May of 2017. I wrote poetry and stories and all of that my whole life since I was about 6 years old. But I never sang. I had learned 4 chords on guitar from a drummer friend of mine in, I think, 2001, and then didn't practice them at all because I was always around musicians. It was like, why do I need to be playing the guitar when there's 12 other people in the room with me, and who can play much better than me? And it wasn't until 2017 I went through sort of a hard time.
Is that what lit the fire for you to step off that ledge? Because that's a big step.
Yeah. It was sort of like all these little things that fell into place that made it sort of possible for that to happen, which was, I suddenly found myself with a lot more time. I needed something to, not fill space, but just something to focus on. And I happened to get this cheap guitar at the time, and a friend of mine was doing sort of coaching of songwriting.
Music, voice, okay.
Yeah. And it just all fell. I said one day, I was like, maybe I'll be a client. And she was like, can you sing? And I said, I have no idea. I might be tone deaf. I don't know.
Let's find out together.
And so she came over, and she's like, I pulled out the I think 2 chords that I could remember, and looked up a song that online that I could learn with those 2 chords.
Sure.
There were supposed to be 3 chords in it, but I just stayed on the 2 chords, and I sang a song for her, and she
liked what she heard.
She liked what she heard, and she was like, yeah. And then she's like, do you have anything? She knew about my writing, my poetry and all that, and she said, do you have anything that might work for a thing? And I very sort of sheepishly said, well, I do have this one, and I sort of had this melody in my head, and I sang that for her, and she's like, sort of like, sorry to tell you, but you're a songwriter.
That's beautiful, because I myself, I write, and I have a bunch of poetry and ponderings and all of that, but music does not come to me.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people will collaborate because they have that issue themselves. Or at least I assume. I mean, I'd like to think that I'm not the only one that can write words and not music. But that's a beautiful thing when you can marry those together and create in that way.
Yeah, and it was sort of like, and I had no idea how it happened because I had never really been musical. I'd always loved music. I always paid attention to music. I paid attention to how songs were written for no real apparent reason other than I just loved music.
Well, I think probably it spoke to your soul. A lot of creatives, that's, just a thing. Do you, now I read that you actually, your level of school, did you get a degree in journalism or what?
Journalism,
Yeah.
actually radio, television, journalism.
That's interesting. Radio, television, and journalism.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds kind of neat.
Yeah.
So what did you plan to being when you grew up?
I honestly didn't know. I mean, if you go way back, my first thing was I wanted to be a circus clown, but
what a great thing to aspire to be.
After that, I just didn't know. I was sort of, it was really interesting because I chose, this is sad to say this, but I chose my major because you didn't need math.
Oh no, that resonates with me. I understand that completely. Yeah.
I never really used that degree for that specifically. I just, I did do an internship down here. When I first moved here with Austin Music Network at the time, which was city-owned, and I spent a lot of time, it was all on VHS at the time, going through VHS tapes, making sure that they didn't have any issues or somebody wasn't cussing or so that was really the most I did with my degree was that internship down here. So,
So peripherally, I mean, you have the soul of a creative. You've always written since you were quite young. How were you brought into the music realm? You said, music has always been, you were around a lot of people who played and wrote. How did that, if what you did with your degree was that internship and that was it, how did you come into the collective spirit of music?
Basically, through that internship, I met a lot of musicians in my first few months here, became friends with a lot of them. I was roommates with people who had studios in their houses. I ended up selling merch for their band, and then after selling merch for their band for a while, I sort of became the, de facto road crew for another band that they were in, and eventually ended up actually road managing for a band, so like
your role expanded in that.
Yeah.
And you came into that genre through that means of
exactly.
You expanding your world and you want to own a boat, you hang out at the dock, right?
Exactly. You love music, you're with and so that's exactly why I was saying, I learned those 4 chords. And then I didn't use them because I was always surrounded by these great musicians who, if you're in a room full of 20 musicians who are really good and professional and doing what they're doing, and you're just the person who just learned 4 chords, you're not going to pick up the guitar and do your strummy strum, So it wasn't, but yeah, that's how I...
That was like I said, a ballsy step to step into it. I know those of us that cannot support those who can, and in any way we can. So I that speaks to me how you were selling merchandise and managing, driving the van, and that because you were really supporting and submerging yourself into that environment. Until you said, okay, I'm going to do this thing.
Right.
And you have such a great. I don't want to label, and so please forgive me, audience. Your voice doesn't have a lot of pretense or a lot of falsetto or a lot of, it's simple and clear. And that's what I like about your tone.
Thank you.
There's no distractions. It's very pure.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, do you have recorded music out there? Do you have an album or two? Or
I do. I have a full-length album. It's called Standard Issue Heart. And it was released in 2021, October of 2021. It's out there, has 10 songs. They're, recorded here in Austin at Hoodoo Studio.
Okay.
Charlie Richards produced it. And,
nice.
And
shout out to Charlie.
Yeah, shout out to Charlie. Had a great band of local people, Brian Mendez on drums and Pally on bass and Charlie on guitar and Kristen DeWitt and Casey Crowley sang backup vocals. And,
I know that. I listened to Hattertown.
Okay, yeah.
Off of that release, and I really liked it, and I loved the backups. I loved the musicality of it and everything. And I understand you're going to be performing that for us a little bit later.
Yeah,
and cannot wait. I'm looking forward to that.
Thank you.
So it was released in 2021, so that kind of sounds like a pandemic endeavor. Is that how you spent COVID or the dark years?
Not necessarily the dark years. Yeah, not necessarily. So we actually started recording in January of 2020.
Oh, okay. All right.
And we started recording then, and then we had all the basic, like the tracking done. We had most of my vocals done. We just had like little bits and pieces that needed to happen, some backing vocals that needed to happen, just different parts that needed to happen. And then we were actually in the studio on the day that they canceled South by Southwest that year.
Oh, wow.
And we were in the studio doing some backup vocals with Kristen DeWitt. And she and I and Charlie were just standing there. We're like, it was obvious then that something we didn't, but we thought, 2 weeks, whatever, like everybody else.
Sure.
And then we had 2020, and really we couldn't get back in the studio. We couldn't really do any of that stuff. So it was sort of this daily process of talking to Charlie and him saying, I promise we're going to get this done, and me thinking, oh yeah, I know we are. And, but he would work on little guitar parts at home.
So little tweaking, you kind of use that time, just tweaking little things.
Exactly, and sort of rethinking some things. And then when everybody was vaccinated, could get back into the studio. We got back in the studio and finished it up and
knocked it out.
Yeah, and so
I hope there was a really great party for the release, because that was a long wait. That was like the longest laboring childbirth ever.
It was such a long wait. It was such a long wait, and we had a big release show, and it was really fun. My family came in from Kansas and was there, and it was nice. It was really fun. So,
excellent.
Yeah.
Wow, that is awesome. Yeah. Now, do you have other things in the works now as we speak?
I do, and I actually have, I have a couple singles out there. One's the Christmas song. The other's called Hey Batter.
Hey Batter.
Hey Batter. And we did that one live in the studio for, I'm not sure if I can mention this, but the Tiny Desk Contest. Can I mention?
You can mention that, certainly.
Okay. For the Tiny Desk Contest, we did that. We just sat in the recording Charlie and I put ourselves in the little vocal booth at the recording studio with our little tiny doll desk, and we played the song. And we realized later on we kind of had something special in that particular performance, and so we released the audio as Hey Batter live from Hoodoo Studio.
Oh, nice.
So that's out there too, and then we are in pre-production for the next album. So
wow, that is outstanding.
Yeah.
In a minute, we're going to be miking you up and having you work for your dinner, although that's totally a joke because, there is no dinner.
Right.
We're just going to make you really work. Little known fact. Now, before I get to that little known fact, during was it a music video for Christmas is Trying to Kill Me? You were hopping around, or were you just having fun with that?
We were just having fun with that.
Oh my gosh.
We were trying to figure out a way to promote Christmas is Trying to Kill Me.
Yeah.
And for some reason, we came up with the idea of being inside inflatable Christmas tree suits and running around town and doing things and dancing around and doing ridiculous things.
And I had a really hard time discerning who you were in the inflatable Christmas tree because there were two of you.
Yes.
And so that led me to question, which one were you? And I learned that you actually have a twin.
I do. I have a twin sister. And we looked especially alike when dressed in Christmas trees.
When dressed as Christmas trees, yeah, you could not tell you apart. Are you identical?
We are. We are born identical, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, so I need to know all things about that. I mean, like, I want to know, like, the myths, the legends. I want to know, can you guys read each other's minds? Do you have the same thoughts? Do you, the pranking? I want to know all about being a twin.
No, we don't really, I don't think we can read each other's minds. We are very in tune. Like, we'll do things, like, just with the Christmas trees. It was funny watching footage afterwards because we would do things at the exact same time. You know, we would, like, turn at the same time at the same speed and didn't even realize what we were doing. We couldn't see each other in those things or anything. But
so you're very in sync.
Yeah, very in sync. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So I want to know, because I'm very close with my sisters, but not geographically.
Right.
I mean, I have one over on the East Coast, and I have one in the Midwest, and then I'm down here. So, but I can sense when something's wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
That intuition. Do you have that with your twin?
I do. Yeah, we've had some weird stuff happen before, you know, where I just have a sense that I need to call her or
Right. Yeah. I figure that would have to be particularly strong. So did you guys ever prank anybody? Did you ever pretend to be the other one? Did you ever step into the other one's shoes? And
we did not. What we did one time, we joked that we were going to switch classes on April Fool's Day.
Right.
And then we didn't, but the principal...
Everybody thought you did.
The principal got wind of it and thought we did and made us switch. So...
Oh, that's even better. I mean, that's even better. So you ended up switching, but it wasn't your doing. It was the school's.
It was the principal making us...
What a great passive-aggressive April Fools.
We didn't mean it that way, you know. We're like 7th graders or something. But
it's not that I am a rebel rouser or a troublemaker by any means, but I just want to let you know that it's never too late to start.
That's what's, you know, people tell me that all the time. They're like, why don't you play the twin card? And we just never have. We never have, yeah.
You need to. You need to have that experience before, although you do have that school experience, which is kind of funny.
That's kind of funny. That's pretty much all you need, right?
Will you let our audience know where they can find out more about you? Do you have a website or?
I do. It's KrisSchultzmusic.com. And it's Kris with a K, Schultz, SCHULTZ, music.com. Yeah.
So Kris, KRIS.
Yes.
And then all the consonants.
All the consonants, all of them.
All of them. SCHULTZ.
Yes.
.com.
Yeah. Music.com.
Music.com.
Yeah.
See, yeah. You
throw it in
drop
there.
that and there it goes. Very cool. So, y'all, you are going to be seeing, next time you see Kris, she's going to be mic'd up and performing for you.
Yes.
And, hang tight. We'll be right there. I know you're not going anywhere, so don't pretend like you got something to do or that you need to go somewhere.
Wasting all my time in Wow.
All right, this is a song called Things That Saved Me.
Cobblestones, red brick, ink to paper, my magic trick. Write it down and hold it close. It's only mine if no one else knows. All those things you save me, do I need them now? All those things you save me, are they holding me down? If I let go, will I still know it's mine? Broken concrete, creaky gates, chain locked door at the end of the hallway. Crack the codes, collect the clues. Then an eggshell walk out of every room. All those things they save me, do I need them now? All those things they save me, are they holding me down? If I let go, will I still know it's mine? Heartbreak song, smoke dust air, pile of clothes at the bottom of the stairs. Will they break my fall? Will they break my fall? All those things that save me, do I need them now? All those things that save me, are they holding me down? If I let go, will I still know it's mine? Cobblestones, red brick, ink to paper is still my magic trick. Write it down and let it go. Only way I'll ever know. Okay, this is a song called Hay Batter, and I wrote it about the neighborhood that I grew up in. We lived about a block from the Little League fields, and you could hear all the games happening every night in the summer, but we had our own game in our yard, and it was the yard on the block that had a fence, and it was a very small yard, though, and so if you hit it over the fence, it wasn't a home run. It was just a double. In order to hit a home run, you had to hit it over the fence, across the street, and into the storm sewer. So this is a song about that. It's called Hey Batter.
Bones of the front porch in a pile in the yard. Souvenirs of the past, easy to discard. Down the street, cars on blocks, broken glass and bare feet. Further down, baseball fields where people we never meet fill the summer air with hey batter, 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 hey batter, 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 hey batter, 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 swing. Hey batter, 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 hey batter, 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 hey batter, 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 swing. Makeshift bases in the tiniest of yards. We're just a bunch of kids. Guess we're easy to discard. Make our own rules, call the shots. Foul or fair, strike or not, and we'll sing a batter, 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 a batter, 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 a batter, 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 swing. A batter, 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 a batter, 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 a batter, 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 swing. Swing for the fences, swing to cross the state lines, swing to get out of this town, swing for whatever we can find, and we'll say hey batter, 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 hey batter, 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 hey batter, 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 swing. Hey batter, 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 hey batter, 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 hey batter, 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 swing, just swing.
All right, this is a song called Polaroid Picture, and it's sort of about memory and remembering things the way we do.
If I close one eye, I don't recognize us. The depth of field just won't adjust. Someone's always moving out of frame towards something we can't name. I don't wanna lose sight of it all. That Polaroid picture from long ago, it has a story to tell, different from the one you
tell so well that Polaroid picture. If I hold one hand up to block the light, colors start to change, nothing feels right. Maybe I'm just a little bit jaded, everything's a little faded. Maybe I just need some time with that Polaroid picture from long ago. It has a story to tell, different from the one you tell so well, that Polaroid picture. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. If I focus too tight, I lose the landscape and all the good lights. Maybe wide angle view, take my time, compose the truth. Maybe I'll find what I've been looking for in that Polaroid picture from long ago. It has a story to tell, different from the one you tell so well, that Polaroid picture. Polaroid, yeah, Polaroid. This is called Learning to Land. I could see the lights from the front porch tonight. The city I met when it was just a town. Never thought I'd stay, only touching down on my way to something new. A life packed in the hall, stacked by the front door, everything in place for a clean getaway. Leave no trace behind. I'm learning to land, more than just touching down, to take off again. Watching you, watch the skyline, watch the moon. Can I land here with you? Unpack the boxes, break them down, scatter my life around in the beautiful mess of the everyday. Love hopes to be found. I'm learning to land, more than just touching down, to take off again. I'm skyline, watch the moon. Can I land here with you? Can I land here with you? Can I land here with you? All right, this is a song called Passing Through, and I wrote it remembering my first days in Austin when I didn't know anyone yet, and I would go down to the hike and bike, and I would, jog or walk, and then I would stand on the bridge and watch the sunset, and it seemed like everybody around me stopped to watch the sunset, and I remember feeling a sense of comfort watching this beautiful thing among strangers. And so I wrote this song remembering that, and it's called Passing Through. I walk to the water's edge as the sun was sinking low. I stood between strangers as the sky put on a show, and the world was quiet and gold. We stood together, but alone. Are we all just ghosts of ourselves, passing through each other? Are we all just ghosts of ourselves, not knowing we are haunting each other? I know we've crossed paths before. I wasn't ready to know you. Too many pieces missing. I had nothing whole to show you. Had to patch myself back up. My steady ground I could trust. Are we all just ghosts of ourselves, passing through each other? Are we all just ghosts of ourselves, not knowing we are haunting each other? And we all fall so quietly. This kind of breaking is hard to see. It's easier just look away. We can't wait for time to change anything. Are we all just ghosts of ourselves, passing through each other? Are we all This is called Stand Still. Clouds are all gone from the sky. They're all passed out in my mind. They've hidden all the answers today, and my heart is still trying to run away. You make me wanna believe I could dig my feet in and stay. Please be patient with me. How am I? It's such a standstill. I never stop moving, moving at all. My heart needs something to hold on to, so maybe someday I can stand still with you. Walk past the burying grounds. The spirits are quiet tonight. Like me, they don't wanna be found in ordinary moonlight. You make me wanna believe I could dig my heels in and stay. I'm trying to be patient with me. How am I? It's such a standstill. I never stop moving, moving at all. My heart needs something to hold on to, so maybe someday I can stand still with you. All this constant motion keeps this heart of mine in place. Think I'll let it fall apart today. See all the pieces I've been trying not to face. How am I? It's such a standstill. I never stop moving, moving at all. My heart needs something to hold on to, so maybe someday I can stand still with you. Someday, someday, someday.
It seemed like it just wasn't that long ago. I was moving fast and the world turned slow. I was doing all right, I was feeling pretty good. I was lonely back then and my nights grew cold. Sat there sometimes just longing to hold the right one. She was nowhere to be found. But all of a sudden there you come along. I start singing a different kind of song. She touched my heart, yeah, we touched each other. I just couldn't believe how the time quickly passed. We went head over heels, yeah, our hearts beat fast. At least until I found out you belong to another. Now I know just where you go to at night. May win a war, but tonight he wins a fight. Maybe I should just move on, but I don't want to. So I'm sitting there waiting for you to walk back to that door. You stay with me or I can't take it no more. I just keep on playing your part-time lover. Tell me that it's all over with him. I sit here waiting for something new to begin. You say it won't be too long till we can be together. But my heart breaks any time that you ain't around. Fly to the sky just to fall back to the ground. Cause it ain't my place to say it's now or never. And I know just where you go to at night. May win a war, but tonight he wins a fight. Maybe I should just move on, but I don't want to. So I sit and I wait for you to walk back that door. Do you stay with me, or I can't take it no more? I just keep on playing your part-time lover. I just don't want to. So I sit and I wait for you to walk back that door. Till you stay with me, I can't take it no more. I just keep on playing part-time lover. Oh no, oh no, I don't know if I can keep on playing part-time lover.
Kris, thank you so much for playing for us and coming in and talking with us and sharing your gift, your skill, and your wordsmithery with all of us here at Creatives Cornerstone.
Thank you for having me.
Will you give us one more time where we can find out all things about you?
Sure, yeah. It's KrisSchultzMusic.com.
Pretty easy, folks.
Yeah.
With all the consonants,
With all the-
consonants.
All the continents. No.
Let me just adjust my uppers. Guys, check out all the episodes, creativescornerstone.com. We've got all of our guests, all of our previous episodes, linked to our YouTube channel. It says, watch it now. We even have some upcoming visits, episodes that the air date will be determined. And as soon as it airs on public access, we put it to the YouTube channel and we give it to you out there so that you can watch it at your convenience, just in case you miss us at 11 o'clock Sunday mornings on public access. Till next time, y'all. Thanks again, Kris.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
I had this dream one time, like, you know, when you wake yourself up from a dream?
Yeah,
like with the
right.
sound that's in
Yeah.
and it was me having an asthma attack, but my dream was that I had an a cappella group that was all people who wheezed in harmony.
Oh my God.
And then instead of like the beatbox person, it was a percussive cougher.
Oh my
Like,
God.
just-
Oh, what a creative, asthma attack you had.
We hope your new realtor plays drums in a band. We hope your new dentist is its front man. We hope live music always makes you proud. Just don't call the cops if you think it's too loud. South by South by South by Southwest. We hope you'll like it so much you'll move here just like the rest of us non-native Texans.